Are you tired of paying capital gains taxes on your gold and silver sales? Well, there is a bill in the U.S. House of Representatives that could put an end to all of that tomfoolery, and we're going to be talking about that in today's video. Welcome back, guys, to the Independent Experience. I'm IndyXP Bullion, and this is the Morning Market Wake-Up Call for Thursday, April 1st, 2021. We made it through half of the week. We're coasting into the weekend now. I can feel it. Let's go ahead and take a look at the markets and see where we're starting today off at. Gold has sprung back somewhat, currently at $17.20.39. Silver has made a nice recovery, currently at $24.45. That gives us a ratio of 70.35. Platinum is steady, currently at $1,190.14. Palladium is up slightly, currently at $26.53.58, and rhodium is up $1,000 at $26,000 even. In base metals, copper is steady at $4.01, nickel steady also at $7.35, aluminum is at $1 even, zinc steady at $1.27, and lead is at 88 cents. Barrels of crude oil have dropped below $60 a barrel. Those are currently going for $59.38. I tell you, I have not seen it at the gas pump yet. Filled up twice this week, and both times I was paying $2.75 for gas. So maybe here in a few weeks we start seeing that sub 60 barrels being reflected at the pump, hopefully. On the Dow Jones, we had a mixed day yesterday. The Dow, or on Wall Street yesterday, I should say, we had a mixed day. Dow Jones had a wild day as well. Ended up down 85 points, 32,981.55. The NASDAQ was up 201 points at 13,246.87, and the S&P 500 was up 14 points at 39,72.89. The U.S. dollar index has gained quite a bit since our last video, currently at 93.20. If you guys trade in Bitcoin, then, well, it's been fairly steady last 24 hours, really, for you guys. We're currently sitting at 58,608.84. And if you happen to exchange your gold back today, whether that be the Utah or the Nevadan, those, or the New Hampshire, I guess now we got three of them. Those are exchanging for $3.68. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, we have legislation introduced that could return gold and silver to its rightful place. It was recognized as currency, and we don't have to pay capital gains taxes on when we sell it, so that's perfect. This article comes to us from Niels Christensen over at Kitco News. It's titled, Legislation Introduced to Recognize Gold and Silver as U.S. Currency. Gold and silver are well established as stores of wealth, but the precious metals face complex challenges when it comes to being recognized as a valid currency. However, one U.S. politician is hoping to change that with new legislation. Tuesday, U.S. Representative Alex Mooney, a Republican from West Virginia, introduced the Monetary Metals Tax Neutrality Act, H.R. 2284 bill, in the House. According to the bill, the proposed legislation would remove capital gains, losses, and any other type of federal income calculation on gold and silver bars and coins. The legislation would effectively recognize gold and silver as forms of currency. Under current laws, the Internal Revenue Service recognizes gold and silver as capital assets. It classifies them as, quote, collectibles, which means they are subject to capital gains taxes. After selling their bullion, gold investors could potentially be taxed at a maximum collectible gains rate of 28%. The tax only applies when investors sell their gold or silver. Quote, my view, which is backed by the language in the U.S. Constitution, is that gold and silver coins are money and are legal tender, Representative Mooney said in a press release. If they're indeed U.S. money, it seems there should be no taxes on them at all. So why are we paying taxes on these coins and collectibles? According to the proposed legislation, the Monetary Metals Tax Neutrality Act states that no gain or loss shall be recognized on the sales or exchange of gold, silver, platinum, palladium minted and issued by the Secretary at any time, or 2, refined gold or silver bullion, coins, bars, rounds, or ingots, which are valued primarily based on their metal content and not their form. The proposed legislation is supported by the Sound Money Defense League, a national public policy group that works to promote gold and silver as recognized currency in the United States. Quote, inflation is a regressive tax that especially harms wage earners, savers, and retirees on a fixed income, said J.P. Cortez, policy director at the Sound Money Defense League, in a prepared statement. Quote, we are encouraged to see legislation targeting the evils of the Federal Reserve System. The federal bill comes as some state governments look to recognize gold and silver as legal tender and remove capital gains taxes. Arizona removed the state's capital gains taxes on silver and gold in 2017. In February, the Idaho State House of Representatives passed a bill that would enable the state treasurer to protect state reserve funds from inflation and financial risk by holding physical gold and silver. The Idaho bill still needs to pass the state's Senate. So there we have it. We have a credible step in the right direction, it appears, when it comes to erasing capital gains on precious metals and possibly recognizing them as legal tender again. Now, there's one thing that this did not talk about in the article, and that would be goldbacks. Now, this talks about this only talks about coinage. Well, there's two parts to it. There's coins minted by the U.S. Mint that are legalized as legal tender, which obviously we know those are already legal tender. American Silver Eagle has a face value of $1. A gold 1 ounce eagle has a face value of $50 or $100. So there is money, fiat value to those, but it'd be pretty dumb to go out and spend an American Silver Eagle on a candy bar again, I think, unless it was one of those great big candy bars, right? So, but the other part of that was, I'm going to scroll back to it here, the refined gold and silver bullion, coins, bars, rounds, or ingots with a value primarily based on their metal content and not their form. So the one thing I see this maybe opening up to is more recognition of the goldback, which we talk about pretty fervently on this channel. I actually got in some goldbacks ordered in a couple weeks ago. I didn't bring these out, but guess what? Tomorrow's Free Gold Friday. We got, of course, everybody's favorite. We got the Utah Goldback, the number one. We've been toting those for almost 2 years now on this channel. We have the Nevadan, very cool one indeed right there. There you go, the Nevadan. And we got in the brand new New Hampshire, also very cool. Haven't heard any news on whether we got any new ones coming out from any other states, but so what I was getting at, though, I digress. We are seeing a possibility that these could end up being more prevalent, more widely accepted because of this. Now, the thing is, every year there's legislation that is proposed that would make gold and silver currency or would erase the capital gains taxes on gold and silver purchases or sales. So it's not... let's not get our hopes up on this one, but it is nice to see that we've gone ahead and we've got it introduced again. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments on this. Do you think that this is a wise move? I think most of us probably do in being able to recognize gold and silver as currency here in the United States again. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Be anxious to hear what you have to say on the topic. Guys, I do greatly appreciate every single one of you. And if you haven't appreciated old Indie XP Bullion, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button for me right there. Helps me out immensely. If you happen to be new to the independent experience and you want to keep up to date on when all the latest and greatest content comes out, make sure you hit the subscribe and jingle bell right there in the corner, big bong, so you can stay notified of when new content comes out. Of course, we're going to pop the box up on this side of the screen. This is the gateway to the back catalog. You can start clicking through all of my videos at your heart's content at the end of this one. Guys, I have been Indie XP Bullion from the Independent Experience, and I'm here again to remind you, if the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find your pockets heavy.